We are here at Lake of the Ozarks and we are finally going to do our question and answer for you guys.
We just felt like this was the right time to do it because we just want to connect with you on a deeper level. So we have some questions from YouTube and Instagram that we put on our community post, and let's start answering them.
We're going to try to do it all in one take. So you're getting our real reactions. We haven't really read through these. Okay, how do you guys plan your trips? How much planning goes into them? I usually have an idea of where we want to go for like the next year, and I like have a kind of idea in my head, but of course things come up. A lot of it kind of has to do with wildlife, like we're hoping to go swim with humpback whales, so it's like, okay, when are they migrating, where are they going to be? And then we're going to Europe, and so it's like, okay, well, we're going to Romania, and then, well, what's around there? What's the cheapest flights? So we kind of wing it a lot, but then strategically, like if we're going somewhere, we'll go to another country close to it.
As far as like the exact details, like those are kind of coming in like last minute, but we have a general idea of what continent we want to go to at what time of year, and then we just plan around that.
Yeah, and it works out pretty good. Where are some places you heard lots of people going to but don't want to, and why?
So like it's a place where we haven't been to yet.
That like a lot of people like.
But we're like, you're gonna stay away
They don't really
from.
want us. That what we don't want to go to.
Yeah. Where is that place?
I think I have one.
Okay, go for it.
I don't know. I think India. I think it would be so cool, and we love Indian food so much. But I know that we don't do well with like tons of people around us, so I think it would be a little bit stressful. But
just like some of the big cities, they're like of course we love going there because that's where a lot of people live their lives. But yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of agree with that one. But
I will
eventually, I want to go, just not like right now.
I think we need to be more experienced travelers first.
And my stomach.
I don't think that there's anywhere in the world that I wouldn't go to at least once.
Yeah.
Like I think that we will always try anywhere.
There are certain things that are like, maybe it's not worth the hype, but I would still go. Like as long as our travel plans are pretty flexible and we could go anywhere in the world, like might as well give it a chance.
Question number 3 from this person is, who are your favorite YouTubers? Mine are the Bucket List family. I love them.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we kind of like, we got inspired to travel, like a large part of because of them.
Yeah.
Just because like they're always doing like these crazy
dives.
Like in the water and going to these like really nice places.
And the way that they like bring their kids with, I like, maybe one day we'll do that if we ever have kids, so. What did you do before traveling full time? Did you both go to college, and what careers did you have?
We both went to college.
We both got our bachelor's degrees. Obviously, we didn't get our bachelor's degrees in like videography or traveling or anything, but I worked at a doctor's office. I was the office supervisor for like 4 years. And Jacob?
I worked at a software company doing like quality assurance, so I was like checking like what it would look like when an end user was like using these programs and stuff. And so
that's how we got to traveling. We saved up a bunch of money when we had our big people jobs, and it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, and we just had enough money saved up. We're like, let's go travel for a long time, and that's
wow, that actually leads perfectly into the next question.
Let's do the next one.
It says, for how long do you plan to continue your traveling lifestyle? Forever?
Forever. I mean,
that's the goal.
Like, there's nothing like out there that's like making me like want to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, like the way that we travel, I just enjoy it so much. I mean, like we are in the United States right now. I mean, we come to the United States like after we go to like different continents, come back, like Europe, come back, and Asia, come back. We just like really enjoy like hanging out, spending time with family. I mean, that's what we're doing right here in Missouri.
Yeah.
Just have
we're just sitting on a dock right now. Boats are probably going to come. There's so many little turtles. It's so cute.
But, I mean, this travel lifestyle, we just enjoy it so much.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not really anything that's going to stop us from doing it.
And do you ever need a break? So, yes. And then do you take a day off from traveling? How do you do it in these situations, and what is your advice? Yeah. We are really bad at taking days off when we're traveling, but we do try to plan time to come back to the United States and be with family, and then we rest more when we're at home. But when we're traveling, we pretty much go.
we go as fast as possible. Like when we're in new countries, like we're just trying to do as much research
See
as possible.
as much as we can.
Go to all these places that everybody always talks about. Like that's our plan. And then by the end of it, we might be ready
exhausted,
to exhausted, ready to just come home, hang out with family, and
I
just
think most
not film.
people need to take like probably a day or two every week. Jacob and I are like freaks, and we just like going really hard for like a month or two and then taking like a long break.
I do think at some point though, I would like to maybe take like one day a week off from like filming and just like going hard, like go 12 hours a day, just try to get all these YouTube videos and like filmed. But I mean, it works well for us right now, but we'll see.
This is a good question. How do you guys keep up with all the vaccinations as full-time travelers? Well, we get vaccines. We got vaccines in Thailand. Like, it's pretty, and it's usually cheaper than the United States and other countries. So if there's any one that we need, we'll just get it while we're abroad.
The Japanese encephalitis one was like, that's where we got in Thailand, because that was our first Asian country. We didn't want to get bit by a mosquito and have a lot of problems, and so we just got it for, what was it? It was $20 each.
And it would have been like $1,600 if we got it in the United States.
Just because it's not covered like with insurance or anything like that.
And it's the same company and everything. Okay, the next question is, when you choose a next country to visit, do you consider life-changing currency rate? Not really.
Life-changing currency rate.
Like, we don't base where we're going off the currency rate.
Oh, like if there's a better exchange rate from like US dollars to like euros?
Yeah.
Like, no, I mean,
not really.
if we want to go somewhere, we just gotta go it.
Yeah.
And then just figure out how we can make it affordable for us. Like,
if we ever go back to Argentina, though, we'll bring the blue dollar stuff.
That's a whole separate thing, but yeah.
Okay, fave places you have been, places you cannot wait to go, things you wish you knew before starting out doing full-time travel. Favorite place? French Polynesia for me.
I would.
Love French Polynesia.
French Polynesia's easily in my top 2
Finland
or 3.
also is like, we love Finland.
Love Finland. Let's see.
Love
Anywhere else?
Thailand.
I mean, I want to go back to Germany at some point.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, we'll have to see. We haven't gone to that many places like in Germany, that many cities, so we'll have to see if we love it the next time we go, but definitely going back.
I will say, I feel like I have a special place in my heart for like Scandinavia, all the Scandinavian countries.
Yeah.
Speak to me.
I loved going to Iceland.
Iceland. I don't know. It's hard to choose because like it depends if I'm in the mood for like beaches and different cultures, and I really want to go to Asia, which I know is a continent. But if I'm in the mood for like cold, cozy, good holidays, then I want to go to Europe. So it's just, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Yeah. And favorite cities.
And of course, we're going back to a couple more places too.
Places you cannot wait to go.
Well, there is one I'm thinking of.
What?
Eventually we're gonna have to go to the Maldives.
Oh,
because
Africa. Africa.
Yeah.
Safari in Africa. That's where I really can't wait.
We're figuring out how to do Africa and the Maldives. We'll get that planned out, and we'll go eventually. But I mean, those are more expensive than the usual places that we go, so we're gonna have to budget for that.
Oh, I can't wait. Africa and the Maldives. Those are good ones. And then anything we wish we knew before starting out full time. I don't know. I think it's kind of fun to just figure it out as you go, honestly.
That's true. I would always say like the money aspect. I think we spent more money than we thought, and we have to cut into our savings a lot more than I expected. So
YouTube doesn't pay that well, guys. You didn't know.
I thought our YouTube channel would grow like way faster, but of course, I mean, we're so grateful for all of our current subscribers. Like, you've made our channel into what it is right now. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice to maybe save up a little bit more money before we quit our jobs, but other than that, like, it is really fun to just figure it out as we go.
That actually kind of goes into the next question too, is, well, they said, how do you fund the vacation? Any streams besides YouTube? What do you do for work? Any advice for other couples seeking to jump to the YouTube world of traveling? We get like brand deals sometimes.
Yeah.
This is our jobs. Like, this is like, we're traveling full time, and it's our job to go and film and work with different companies and brands.
And so of course, like, YouTube pays, like, every time you watch an ad on our video, like, we get a cut of like what YouTube charges the advertisers. So we get that, and then we work with some companies sometimes. And then
we saved, like we kind of said this in the beginning of the video. We worked full-time jobs, and we saved for like 2 years to go travel the world. So I would say my advice would be don't do YouTube unless you're like really gonna commit to it, because it's really like the long game.
Yeah.
We're not getting paid barely anything right now.
We're committed.
So.
But when we are home, we do make money. I mean, home, like we're in the United States, and like we'll just do like short-term
like side
work
hustles
just
sometimes,
to like build up our bank account a little bit more, so that we have enough money to continue traveling.
Hopefully one day YouTube will just be enough money, but not right now.
If you wanna donate to us, I mean, we have a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description if you want to give us a few dollars. If not, totally fine. You don't have to. Just watching this is good enough.
True. Okay, I like this one. Your love story. When, how, met, when did you get married, etc.
So we met in college. We met at a Christian organization that was at my campus, Arizona State University.
Yeah, I went to Grand Canyon. Oh my gosh, the dock is like rocking right now. Hopefully our camera doesn't fall.
And so we just met, just some mutual friends, like set us up basically, and was like, you would be good together. And
and I was like, no, I'm good. And then and we spent all night at like a football game, like where you camp out before to get like the front row seat tickets. And Jacob like got my number, and then the next day he texted me and was like, hey, do you want to go to this basketball game? I literally texted my friend and I was like, I want to go to the basketball game and I really like him as a friend, but I don't want to lead him on. Should I say no?
She said yes. We went and we had a great time, and
now we've been married for 4 years.
It's been great.
Yeah, we only dated for 7 months or 8 months before we got engaged.
Yeah, something like that. So it was quick, but I knew.
Yeah.
I knew pretty early on that we wanted to be married. So.
Yeah, it was fun. And then let me see what their other question was. What country was the best? We kind of already said that. I liked French Polynesia. In Scandinavia. What country or city do you recommend to your friends for traveling? I always say I really like Thailand. It's an easy one.
If you want to, I mean, the flights there are expensive, but if you want to like not worry about how much money you're spending once you're there, Thailand's amazing for that.
If you want like beaches, Thailand, French Polynesia.
I'd say like an easy one though. I mean,
the Caribbean?
That's actually what I was going to say. Like Canada, Mexico, Caribbean, like out of those three, probably, I mean, the Caribbean, just because the beaches, I mean, it's easy to get to from the United States. I mean, because not everybody can just travel wherever they want, whenever they want, like us. And so, those are
easy, affordable, fast. You could even do a weekend trip to the Bahamas or anything from the United States. Let's see. When is the happiest moment during traveling, and what was the worst time during traveling? I have my happy moment.
Happy moment. Well, say yours, and I'll think of a sad one.
When we were in the Galapagos Islands, we were on a boat, and we were going out to swim with sharks, like 12-foot hammerhead sharks, and they're like, we might see them, we might not, but they'll definitely be like Galapagos sharks and stuff. And I was so scared. I literally looked down at my Fitbit and my heart rate was 140 before jumping off the boat.
Just sitting there.
Because I was so scared. And then as soon as our guide did like the hammer signal and we like swam over as fast as we could and we saw the hammerhead shark and like we...
A big splash over there.
It's probably a fish. We got out of the water and I was like, coolest moment of my life. Like, so, like, the feeling you get when you're in the water with sharks, especially 12-foot giant hammerhead sharks, like, you feel so cool and happy and just like, oh, it's the best feeling.
That's great. And then a sad moment, I mean, kind of a similar thing. Like, we tried to swim with whales in Moria in French Polynesia. It didn't happen. And another sad one is just, like, anytime we get sick and we, like, throw up and have other issues with our health. I mean, like, it's just not fun because, like, we're there to just experience whatever place we're in, and then we just, like, it's usually not the end of the world. I mean, it never has been for us to get sick, but just, like, having to stop everything that we're doing and be like, okay, time to recover.
I will say the humpback whales was heartbreaking. Like, it was like our first big trip. We were so excited. We tried so hard, like, to work up the courage to get back into the water after failing one day, and then it just never worked out. So
you can watch that video if you want. We actually watched it like 2 weeks ago, and we were like, oh, we've gotten a lot better at filming videos now. But I mean, if you want to see our hearts broken,
that was heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking. We have one for the Hammerhead Sharks too. What was your least favorite country and the most favorite countries? We've said the favorite ones. Our least favorite.
I mean, I don't want to make anyone feel bad about their
like
country,
I said,
but
I would never not go somewhere again. Like I feel like I'll always try a place once and I'll try it a second time probably. But a city that I would maybe I'll go back one day. I really did not like Paris.
We kind of did everything like we needed to do. Like we went to like the Eiffel Tower and all these other.
Just like smells like urine everywhere. I'm sorry. This is the truth. It just smells like urine.
Well, we're definitely going back to France. Like
France, yes.
We want to go to like the south of France.
I want to go to Disneyland, so we'll have to go like outside of Paris. But yeah, I would say Paris.
The city itself, I feel like we did everything we needed to, and like we didn't. Yeah. For some whatever reason it was, we didn't like it that much, and so. Oh well. Yeah. We don't need to go back.
What made you want to start traveling? I think we've always wanted to travel. Like, even when we went on our honeymoon, we left for like 3 weeks, and we were like, we're going out, we're traveling.
Yeah. I mean, like, before we got married, Jenny was the one that was, like, the more excited about traveling, but, like, I'm like, all in now. Like, it's so much fun to just, like, just checking off the places that you really want to go see, and you actually do them, and, like, you just feel like satisfaction
and just
after
like
it.
The experiences and getting to know different cultures and different people, and like I feel like it grows you so much as a person. Like I feel like we're so different today than we were 2 years ago when we started traveling. Like you just see so much and you learn so much, and
you just understand people more. Yeah. Like because you have no idea what their situation is like. And then you just like experience this place, this entire country or city, and you're like, okay, that makes a lot more sense why they do things this way instead of, And
I mean, there's just beautiful places, like just the people, the culture, the food is a big one. Love traveling for food. And like just seeing these places in real life is like unbelievable. And meeting the people, just amazing.
And there's so many things that like if we were stayed in our home state like forever, then we wouldn't get to just have like once in a lifetime experiences.
Somebody said, me and my boyfriend are planning to go to Japan in 2 years. Is there anything to keep in mind while making the itinerary? And why did you start a YouTube channel? For Japan, I would say just eat as much food as you can. The food is so good there and so clean. I will say Japan is a lot cheaper than we expected it to be.
So that's great. I mean, like,
do you think they should get the train card?
I mean, yeah, we didn't get like the JR pass, but maybe
if you're traveling throughout Japan, definitely get the JR pass if you're going from city to city to city.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say the food one too.
Yeah. Go to Disney. Apparently, Disney Sea there is like one of the best Disney park. We're definitely gonna have to go back to Japan to go to that one because we only did Disneyland.
Yeah. I had so much more fun than I thought I would going to Japan.
Japan was amazing. And why did we start a YouTube channel? I think we just wanted to inspire other people to travel, or if you can't travel for whatever reason, I think it's fun to get to show people, like if, sorry. I think it's cool to like bring the world to you. Like we're doing this and like filming for you guys so that you can see these beautiful places, see the places you want to go to, experience different cultures, see how amazing the world is. I think that's why.
I mean, for me, I wanted to extend our traveling as long as possible. And so I knew that you could make money on YouTube. And so I was just like, well, if we are able to make a good amount of money on YouTube, we can just keep traveling, keep bringing videos to people that wouldn't only get like 2 weeks of vacation like every year. Like, I mean, that was our situation, and the way that we got inspired to go to these different places was watching other people's YouTube channels and like, wow, I want to go there. Like it's worth planning a week-long trip there. And so just like want to keep traveling, keep making videos. Like we're enjoying it so much, so hopefully we can get paid from YouTube so we can keep doing it.
Somebody said, is the vacations tax write-offs? So we can write it off. I mean, obviously we're not making that much money, so it doesn't really matter that much.
I mean, like all of our income basically all of our revenue that we make from YouTube videos, like we can not pay taxes on it because, I mean, we're trying to start a business
because we're not making enough money to.
Because, I mean, traveling's expensive, so.
Yeah. How do you afford to travel 2 years without millions of followers to begin with? Well off to begin with. No, we just worked our little butts off and saved money and didn't go to Starbucks and...
That was our, like, big goal for, like, years. We're like, we're going to save as much money as possible so that we can make this happen.
Yeah. So yeah, you save up and then you just use your savings to travel. Would you like to go to French Polynesia?
Yes,
we have been there and
have.
we would like to go back because it's amazing. It's our favorite place.
So yes, definitely going back at some point.
Do you believe in karma? We don't believe in karma. I think I just want to do nice things just to do nice things, and I don't want to be like, oh, I'm only doing this nice thing so that something good happens to me later. Like, I just want to do something nice for people just to do it, to be nice, and I don't need to get anything back, I think, for me. And if you think about, like, the way that I think about it is, I think you should always just do nice things just to be a good human. And I'm like, there's a lot of really probably not great people out there that have really good lives, so I don't know.
And we're also, like, we believe in Jesus, and so we believe that, like, God has given us, like, so much just to have a life here. Like, he's you know, he's forgiven, like, all the bad things that we've done, and so, like, we just feel like, well, since God has been so gracious to us, like, we should just be nice to other people just because we want to, and we expect nothing in return. Like, that's just the way that we want to live our lives, and so, yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinions, so you do you. Where do you guys stay when you go home? We did, so the first year we would just, like, bum it with, like, friends or family or whatever, and we weren't really home that much, so it wasn't a super big deal, but now we do rent an apartment when we're home.
Yeah, it was fun to not have to pay rent, like, for a while. That was great, because we had more money for traveling, but then we just realized, like, it's getting hard with just spending...
And, like, trying to run a business, too, like, we just needed a home base, so, like...
Yeah. And so, of course, it's more expensive that way, but we think that our videos have been better, and we've been able to try to build a business more successfully when we actually have our own space to do that.
Have you ever been bullied before? If so, how did you deal with it?
Yes, we have been bullied. Well, I've been bullied. She's been bullied. We've been bullied together.
We get bullied every single day in our YouTube comment section.
Maybe we take it a little hard, but I mean, there are quite a few mean comments that we just have to just let it slide, because we know that that's going to happen. I mean, people are just going to be mean, and we just have to learn to live with it.
I think I've learned to just, like, make jokes out of it. Like, there's a song that's like, I don't see how you can hate from your side of the club. You can't even get in. So anytime I, like, read a really mean comment or whatever, like, I just sing that song, and it makes me feel better. I think you just have to take everything lighthearted. Like, people can be so mean, like, in person and off camera. So I think you just have to learn to just know your self-worth, and
there's definitely times to be serious, but a lot of the times, like, okay, like, we can make a joke about that, like, just let it slide. I
think humor is the best thing that I've learned to deal with it personally, but I think just not letting, I know it's so hard to not let it get to you, but just know, like, those people have their own problems going on, and they're probably just taking it out on you, and it actually has nothing to do with you. How do you always look so cute? We need hair and makeup behind the scenes. Honestly.
Oops, our camera died.
So
here we go, on the phone real quick.
Jess Kaplan is our favorite person ever, and she's the person that asked us behind the scenes hair and makeup. Clearly, I'm not wearing any makeup, but she's the best. If you like clothes reviews, you should head over to her channel because she has really good ones. I used to have fake eyelashes, and that was the best thing ever, seriously. And then sometimes before we travel, I'll, like, crimp my hair so it looks really nice on travel days sometimes, but unfortunately when we're traveling, can't really bring a lot. So I usually just throw on some mascara, do a little bit of a eyebrow touch-up, and good to go.
I don't do anything.
Yeah, what do you do for your makeup?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Try to make my hair look not terrible, and then we go.
Somebody said, do you feel sometimes bad for being away from your family and friends while traveling full time? Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the big reasons why
So hard.
we go back to the U.S. so much.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really look like it in our YouTube videos because, I mean, it doesn't really make sense to, film going back to the
You
U.S.
guys don't care what our life is like
But
in Arizona.
but yeah, I mean, we do want to be around our family and friends as much as possible.
Yeah.
And so like,
That's the hardest thing, really.
and that is the number one thing that always like is in our mind is like we should be with our family and friends, but.
So yes, we do feel bad, but we're pretty good at like texting people a lot and stuff, so that helps.
And we're still trying to figure it out, but for the most part, it's okay.
Somebody said, "What is the most unexpected thing you have encountered on your travels?" I don't know. That's a really good question.
Unexpected thing. I mean, my mind immediately goes to like places that I didn't think were going to be that cool, and then it turns out to be way better than I think.
Yeah.
I mean, like I already talked about Japan, how it was like that in that was really cool.
I think like my mind does kind of go to Paris because I feel like everyone's like, oh, it's the city of love. I think I had really high expectations for it, but I feel like there's so many unexpected things that come up like every day that we've like kind of just learned to like roll with it, and like
we expect that there are going to
Yeah.
be things that we don't anticipate.
Yeah.
And they will happen. And it happens.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, what is something crazy that happened? We got some money taken from us recently. That was kind of hard, but it was like $8, so whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for your questions. We just appreciate you guys so much. We have an Alaska video coming up. We're going to Europe, so there's a lot of fun things on the horizon, and we will see you in those videos.